Alright, hey YouTube, this is Ted, and for those of you who are watching this video, even if it's before you buy the gun, don't worry, bolt stick is not a problem at all. Every fucking spool valve and dump valve marker is going to have bolt stick at one point or another, whether it be too much lube or just lack of maintenance. And now the bolt stick in this gun particularly isn't your fault, it's actually Dangerous Power's fault. The DP40 lube is too thick and too heavy, and they put way too much onto it, so I'm going to show you how you fix this. What you're going to need is you're going to need some good lube, like this Final Solution grease, a clean cloth here, and a swab. And what you're going to do is you're just going to take the back cap off. Now I'm super strong and I can do it with my fingers. No, I'm just kidding, I already had this sort of unscrewed already. Take the stem out, pop the bolt out, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take a swab and you're going to push it into the chamber here all the way until part of it is sort of bulging out. You can see it right there in the feed neck, it's sort of bulging. I'll put my finger, push up against it, and you're just going to twist it. You don't want it to touch your detents because that could just wear out your detents and you wouldn't want to get fibers on the eyes. So just twist it and sort of shake it back and forth a bit. And the inside of your bolt, if you can feel, should be dryish now. There shouldn't be any excess lube there. It should be perfect for the bolt to slide in there. Now what you need to do though is dry off the bolt liberally, like crazy, like it's got to be drier than the Sahara Desert, completely of the lube. You may even want to stick your finger in here like that. You just want to get all that shit out of there because this is terrible lube that they have. Don't use the Dangerous Power lube. Just let that be a word of advice. Don't use the Dangerous Power lube. Alrighty. And then rub off the stem lube too, just all of it. Just dry it completely out. Alrighty. So you got two main O-rings in the stem, by the way. You got an O-ring up here and an O-ring right here. So you want to give those some lube too. Alrighty. So now this is totally dry. We get to move to the fun part. What you got to do now is take your Final Solution grease or whatever grease you're going to use. And what I do is, instead of putting it directly onto my finger on a Q-tip, I'll put it directly on the bolt. And what I'll do is I'll just take a little dot here right at the crease. Like that. And I'll put a little dot right down by the bumper here. Alrighty. And then what I'll do is I'll just spread it all the way around. And if I need to add more, I'll add more. It's not like, oh man, that dot's all you can do. Too bad, man, game over. Now you can add more if you need more. But this should be good because you don't need to apply liberal amounts of lube to this. And then what you can do while your fingers are still wet, if you want to, I'll just add a teensy bit onto the finger now. Like that. Stick your fingers into the back of the gun here and rub it around the O-rings in here. But the bolt moving back and forth will lube the sides up enough that you should be fine, that you don't need to put any more lube than that in there. And now what you can do for the actual O-rings on the stem here is put the lube onto your finger and just do what I do, is dab it up. Oop, you got some on the stem there. Just keep going, circle it. Alright, dry it off. Oop, that shouldn't be like that. Okay, and now you can put the stem in the back of the bolt and place that inside there and screw your bolt right on in. Oh, and one thing you can do, actually, now that I think about it, let me take that stem out of there. Push the bolt all the way into the breech. And if it goes in smoothly, like that did there, you'll be okay. Now keep it inside of the breech there, and then next time you gas it up, it'll reseat itself. So when you put the air in, the bolt will actually go back into where it's supposed to be if you lubed it up correctly, and you shouldn't be running into any more bolt stick. So I hope this helped all you future or current G4 owners who have run into the bolt stick problem. Bolt stick is not a big problem. The people who make videos who say it is a big problem and that's why they sold their gun are douchebags and lazy. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. about that problem. I got way too many tools. I need to do something about all this. God damn, I could open up a hardware store. Alrighty. Yeah. Anybody get any questions about the marker? I know just about everything there is to know about it right now, because that's what I do with my guns. I buy them and I learn everything there is to know about them. So yeah, by the way, fittings on these right here, the stock fittings, piece of shit. Get new fittings right off the bat. Don't even bother wiggling the macro line or anything like that. Just get new fittings. Alrighty, so I hope this helped you out, and I hope to hear from any of you guys who have any problems. Seriously, don't be afraid. I'm not going to bite you. Bye.